What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Gnome Tomebaht, the show where I talk about nothing and maybe stuff. It's your boy Boogie, aka Mr. I have no idea what's going on. Welcome. I kind of just woke up. It is the 4th of July, so happy Independence Day to everybody here in America. You know what I'm saying? It's my first 4th of July Independence Day of freedom as a U.S. citizen, so that's special. Yeah, so you know what? Let's just get right into it. You ever think about memories? Yeah, memories. I've been hearing things over the years about how people can make up memories in their head and not know it. And those memories are completely just fabricated by our mind or something that we wanted to happen. And it's so vivid in our memory that we start to believe it really happened. So I have an example of that, but it's not an example because I know it's true. You know what I'm saying? But through the course of the events of the past, I don't know, week or so, when I posted it on Facebook, I'm starting to think that maybe the universe and my brain are colluding to gaslight me because I don't even know what gaslight really means. I just don't know what's going on, man. So here's the thing. Here's the memory that I have. This is just this is why I'm like, why would I make that up? Okay. It's really kind of just a throwaway weird thing, but I remember it had to have been in 6th and 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade, where I somehow learned about this thing where you take a bunch of aluminum foil and you mold it to the shape of your hand, right? Just mold it. And back then, I don't remember if they had like the heavy duty kind like they do nowadays, but so you had to use quite a bit. So you would shape it to the shape of your hand. You're molded to the shape of your hand. And then you would very carefully fill it up with Sunny D orange juice, which is not really orange juice. And then what you would do is put it in like some kind of a Tupperware or some kind of a container so it doesn't spill. And you put it in the freezer. You let it freeze for several hours or overnight. And when it's fully frozen, you got yourself an orange juice hand sickle. You know what I'm saying? You pop a little finger off, have a little suck on that, bite it, whatever, stick a toothpick in it. It's a popsicle, homemade. And through the years, I would randomly just remember that. Just pop, pop, pop. Oh, hey, remember when I used to make these? Yeah, I remember that. Crazy, huh? I'm talking to myself. Hey, now. Crazy pants. Yeah, man, I just don't. It's a vivid memory from me. And here is what makes it weirder. Okay. I remember vividly that they were not very delightful. Sunny Delight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you could have put whatever you want, but in my memory specifically, I put Sunny Delight in there, Sunny D. But so what I ended up doing was I put it on Facebook. I was like, hey, y'all remember doing this thing where you mold aluminum foil to your hand and you pour Sunny D and stick it in the freezer? Make yourself a little orange juice hand sickle. And nobody had a single idea what I was talking about. Nobody. And then my family members were like, nope. So then the person that I knew would know what I was talking about was my cousin April. So I called her up and realized, she's on the East Coast. So her time is ahead of ours. So it's a little late. So I hung up. And the very next day she texted me. She's like, did you butt down me? I was like, no, I didn't butt down you. I called you for a damn reason. So we talked about it. She's like, nope, no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, come on, April. You know what I'm talking about. But she had no idea. And she was like, that's when she was like, well, I don't know, because like aluminum foil is not very forgiving. I'm like, that's why you had to do very carefully, April. Use several pieces. But it's like, why would my mind make this up, or why would I make this up in my mind? because if my memory serves me, it wasn't good. Like, you know how Sunny D is, like in the back of your throat, you're all, it's like acidic and just not delicious and awesome. I don't know. It's crazy. But this is a memory. And like I said, after like everybody was like, no, no, no. I'm like, God, did I Mandela affect myself? What's going on here? But then it makes me remember, like, throughout the years, I've heard of people making up memories or believing something that they made up so hard that it ends up they believe that it's true. I don't know what to think, man. I mean, it's such a random thing, but I'm like, are there other memories that I have made up in my mind, or my mind has made up for me and convinced me that were actual facts in my life, like real things that happen? Like, it convinced me that, hey, this really happened, but in actuality, it didn't. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm going to ask you guys, people who are listening, people who are watching on YouTube, do y'all remember making that thing? Like, and here's the deal. I looked it up on the internet. I Googled it. I YouTubed it. And I couldn't find a single instance where that was a thing. That was a thing. I swear it was a thing, man. Or I'm just crazy pants. I don't know. It is, it's frustrating me. Not frustrating. It's just confusing. And well, your boy has all kinds of ridiculous stories and memories. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was a drinker, I don't drink anymore. I haven't had alcohol in over, God, I don't know, 2.5, almost 3 years probably now. It's been quite a while. I just know it's about maybe 2 or 3 Februarys, maybe 2 February. So about 2.5 years. I don't know. I can't count. But anyway, yeah, I haven't had alcohol, but back when I used to drink, I drank very heavily in my late teens and early 20s and sprinkled throughout my 30s. Early 30s, though. Early 30s, because mid to late 30s, your boy can't handle the sauce no more. But back in the day, I used to run this thing where when my friends and I would be at bars, you know how a lot of times guys will buy girls drinks at bars because they're trying to, get girls drunk or whatever. The typical shitty douchebag thing that dudes do at bars. Well, I had my own little game. You know what I'm saying? Except I was getting dudes to buy me drinks. It was the best thing ever. And all my friends knew that I was doing it too. So for the longest time in my early 20s, I worked in the service industry. I was a waiter. And I would, I'd get off work late and I'd meet my friends at the bar, and they'd been there for, an hour or so waiting for me. So I'd have to catch up. So I would always quadruple fist. Once I get into the bar, I don't even care where my friends are. I go straight to the bar. I order 4 drinks because, being that I was a waiter, I was able to hold 3 drinks in one hand and then I have one in my other. So I would get my 4 drinks, find out wherever my friends were, down all 4 drinks, get wasted real quick. This is terrible. Not good. I'm not saying this is a good thing for anyone to do, because my body cannot process alcohol anymore because of those years. Anyway, but once I was done, it was time for me to try to get some free drinks from these dudes, right? So what I would do, I would post up at the bar, and typically the bar is always busy. So I would just stand there, just waiting for the bartender to give me, some attention to, get me my damn drink. And it would always take forever. This worked out. This little method that I did always worked out because it took forever. So I'd be there, and then a dude would walk up either behind me or in front of me or around me, wherever. And then I would just wait there, and the dude would wait there. And I would look at the dude and be like, a lot of hot chicks here, man. And the guy would be like, yeah, a lot of hot chicks. And I'd be like, look over there, left, red shirt, hot. And we would just talk about girls who are at the bar. I would just kind of pump the dude up, trying to convince him to go talk to girls at the bar. And as soon as the bartender would come, I would make the move to order a drink, and the guy would be like, "Hey, I got it. I want to have this, whatever, blah blah blah, and whatever this guy's having, I got it." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, man, cool. Are you sure?" He's like, and the guy would be like, "No, I got it, man." I'm like, "All right, man. I'll take a Glenlivet on the rocks," and I would get a free drink every single time. It worked every time, man. And what was funny is my friends would be across the bar watching and just be in disbelief that I was able to run game on these dudes, get myself some free ass drinks. Son, that's how you do it. That's how you do it when when you're just a crazy pants like myself. On that note, I'm going to take a quick break. But before I take a break, I want to remind everybody that if you have any questions about the show, the podcast, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at Gnome Tomebaht. You can go to gnometomebaht.com, click on the contact link. There is a form there. You can enter your name, email address, and a message. Let me know whatever you're thinking about. I'll talk about what y'all are talking about on future episodes, or you can always hit me up on the hotbox at 210-369-8720. Give me suggestions, give me questions, whatever you want to do, and I will be right back. All right, here we go. All right, so on Instagram, I posted another poll. This wasn't a 2 types. This is just a would you ? And this has been something that's kind of been funny in my life for quite a while because it's so like very polarizing, very, very polarizing. Several years ago, maybe like 2012 or 2013, when Vine was around, my friend Kenzie was talking about this specific sandwich that she used to eat back in the day, where she's from, and it grossed me out hardcore. I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but this sandwich is made with white bread and peanut butter. Ooh, sounds pretty good so far. And mayonnaise. Wow. The first time I heard about it, I was like, wow, trash. Don't ever talk about that again. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And throughout the years, I would see articles about this sandwich popping up left and right, just randomly. And I'm like, what's the deal with this? This is really a thing. I thought she was just making this up. And I'd tell him, like, listen, what's going on? I just saw an article about your damn sandwich. She's like, I told you, it's a very popular thing, especially like in the South. I'm like, in the South? What part of the damn South eats this trash? I'm like, I live in Texas. But for some reason, people don't consider Texas the South. Like, if you think about it geographically, we're right in the middle of the United States and we're right in the bottom. How much more south do you want? Like, if you're going to think completely geographically, like we're on par with, I think, the bottom of Florida, maybe. I don't know. I got into a real big fight about this on the internet one time about that, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so I was like, dude, what's going on with this damn sandwich? This is gross. Why are people talking about this? This is weird. And then like maybe a year passes and I keep hearing about it and I'm like, you know what? Let me think about this in a different way. Let me take a step back and analyze this, this sandwich. I'm like, okay, bread. Okay, that's good. And then let's think of the flavor profiles that are involved here. So you have peanut butter, which is thick, maybe creamy. You got the saltiness from the peanuts. And then you have like, what else? What are the flavor profiles? I mean, this is nuttiness. And then sometimes depending on the peanut butter and what they add in it, it's got a little sweetness to it. So you have that. And then you think of mayo, which is also thick, also creamy. So those are two things they're similar. It's in a different kind of thickness. But you have tanginess, and that comes from the acidity from like either the lemon or the vinegar. And then you got that savoriness with it. And I was like, okay, that doesn't sound terrible if you think about it in those terms. So if I don't think about it in terms of, okay, this should be this way, this should be that way, and just think of it just flavor profiles, those don't sound terrible. Okay. And then I was like, what could be changed to make this better? So I was like, all right, let me take fancier bread, because what she said, it has to be white, like plain white bread. I'm like, nah. So I always had like fancy bread back then, and I don't even know what kind it was, but it was fancy. And then, I would pan grill it. I would get some butter and then just get it a nice, I don't know, I would just, like a grilled cheese. So I would start it off like that, get some butter on the pan, heat it up, put the bread on there. And then once that was all done, then I would slather one piece of the bread with peanut butter. And I used to use Peter Pan honey roasted crunchy, which is, oh man, back in the day is my favorite. And then per her, you had to use Duke's mayonnaise. And so I got Duke's mayonnaise and I put mayo on the other slice, put it together. I was really apprehensive about it, but I took a bite and damn, it was delicious. Incredible. Like I was just like blown away at how good it was. I made a second sandwich. So then I either called her or I messaged her. I was like, dude, you'll never guess. She was like, you tried the sandwich? I'm like, yes, dude, this is incredible. And I told her what I did, and then she chewed me out because she's like, you did it wrong. It's got to be white bread. I'm like, listen, you're lucky I even tried this bullshit. But I was like, look, okay, I'll try it again. I'll try it with just white bread. But I just ate 2 of these sandwiches with the buttered toast bread, and it was delicious. So get off my back on that. I agree with you that it's good. So I tried it with white bread like the next day, and it was still really good. So what I did is on Instagram, I did a little poll. Let me see if I can even find it because it was a while back ago. And, not surprising, the results did not surprise me whatsoever. Where the hell did I put it? Here it is. Okay. Hashtag would you peanut butter and mayo sandwich. 14% said, hell yeah. And 86% said, hell no. And I get it. I totally get it because people are like deep rooted in what they believe in and what belongs on, savory sandwiches. This belongs with jelly. But if you take a step back and think about it in a different light in terms of flavor profiles, they are great together. And that's all I'm saying about that. And that's going to wrap it up for hashtag would you, even if that's even a real segment I'm making. I'm just making it up right now because who knows what's even going on. All right, we're going to head to the next segment, Small Biz Spotlight. If y'all know me, you know I love small businesses. I love shouting out small businesses. So the first one is from my friend on Instagram, InkyPinkyPunky_veg keto. She wanted me to shout out the company called Ginger and Him. Ginger and Him has classic style children's clothing, environmentally conscious, all made lovingly by hand. You can catch them on Instagram at Ginger and Him. That's GingerAndHim. Once again, GingerAndHim. You can also go to Facebook.com/Ginger and Him. A lot of cute little handmade children's clothing. Check them out. They're a little cute. I ain't got no kids, so I can't really buy nothing from them. But if y'all got kids, check them on out. Next up is my friend Heather's small business. It's her little side hustle, Purpose Driven Bags. You can find her on Instagram at purpose_driven_bags, PURPOSE_DRIVEN_BAGS. She's got bags, purses, wallets, totes, thermal lunch boxes, a lot of customizable options. You can put your initials on it, put words on it, whatever you want. A lot of cool stuff on there, man. You can also catch her on my31.com/purpose-driven bags. Once again, that's my31.com. It's mythirtyon.com/purpose-driven bags. Next up is one of my favorite companies. They sell belts. And you might think, oh, kind of belt? Well, what's the deal? Just go to the store, buy a belt. I'm a big boy, and I've always had problems with belts. My weight tends to fluctuate. So either I'm always having like in traditional belts, I'm always having to like stab a new hole. And that always sucks. So what I've done to kind of combat that is I buy like old school, like Boy Scout style belts where you take the loose end of the belt, stick it in like the buckle, and it's got these teeth, and you clamp down and tighten it that way. Either those type of belts or the kind with like the two loops, and you kind of weave the loose end of the strap and then you pull it back. But those don't ever really hold the way that I want them to, until I found this company online. Like it was either on Facebook or something that popped up a couple years ago, maybe like 2015, 2016, called a Grip 6. They came up with a belt where the strap itself is it's a flat, not strap, I'm sorry. The buckle is like just a slightly curved flat belt buckle with two openings, two slats on each side of the belt. And the way that it works is there's this, the strap itself goes from the inside of the belt outward, and then it snaps in place. You pull it through and it snaps in place. And then you loop the belt around, and then you take the loose end and you put it inside that last slat. You don't have any loose straps because the inside, the loose strap goes actually inside of the belt behind the buckle, and you just pull it tight. If you're listening to this, you have no idea what this looks like because you're listening to it. So for those on like a listening platform, I'm sorry. It's just me trying to describe it here. But if you're on YouTube, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This specific belt I've had since about 2015, 2016, and it's comfortable. It's very minimalistic, and that's how I like it. Nothing too flashy. They have so many different options of like colors for straps, colors for buckles. They have different designs for the buckles. This is like the original one in like dark gray. I also have one with like the Texas flag on it because I always got to rep that TX, baby. I love it. And they also have different sizes, like ones that were a little kind of smaller that fit more for like dress apparel, dress wear. They also have work belts. And I can't stress enough that how much I really love this belt. It's the only belt that I'll buy. 100%, hands down. I mean, I see other belts, like sometimes I go to the store, I'm like, that looks like a nice belt. I'll try it on. I'm like, nah, I like my belt better. I like my Grip 6 better. And I've actually been working with Grip 6 to offer you guys something. You have until July 14th, which is not that far away. Everything on the site, 20% off if you use the coupon code Boogie20, BOOGIE20. That's grip6.com. You can find them on Instagram. I believe it's Grip6Belt. Just grip6.com, man. I swear this belt is comfortable. It's stylish. It's very minimalistic, but it does the job, and it's the only belt I'll buy. 100%. I'm not getting any kind of kickback from this. I just wanted to get with them to see if they would offer a coupon code because of how much I love the belt. That's all this is. I wanted to be able to tell, because I've been telling people about this belt for a long time, and it's really good. You don't have to be a big dude like me, but I told all my big dude friends, I'm like, look, dude, y'all got to check out this belt. It is easy. It's comfortable. And like, you go to the website, they have videos on how to use it for one, and how to, if it's too long or whatever, how to make it fit you better. My favorite belt, hands down, Grip 6, GRIP, the number 6.com. Coupon code Boogie20, BOOGIE20, 20% off everything on the site until July 14th. All righty. That's going to wrap it up for Small Biz Spotlight. All right, guys, let's head right into the last segment of the show here. This is the Hot Box. I've got a couple different voicemails that I've received over the past couple of weeks here, and I want to play them for you. And let's take a look. We have this one up here. Take a listen. Hopefully it plays.
Hey, Boogie. This is Buffy calling from Schenectady, New York. I got a question for you.
Okay.
What's the deal with laundry detergent?
Laundry detergent.
I mean, it's supposed to be something that cleans your clothes, but all the ones I get are this weird color blue. You know, that same blue that they use in those sanitary napkin commercials to show how much blood doesn't leak out of the pad. I just don't understand. Help me out. Okay. I love you.
I love you too, Muffy from New York. I have a problem with that word, that name of that town, city. Can't ever pronounce it. It's weird to me. New York. Connect the dots, New York. I don't know. Anyway, Muffy from over there. What's the deal with laundry detergent? Because every single kind you use is the blue kind, which reminds you of the commercials for sanitary napkins. I don't know if I'm qualified to talk on the sanitary napkin part of this, but if you're having a problem with laundry detergents in general, maybe, I don't know, buy a different kind. I used the little pods. You know what I'm saying? I know there was a controversy about those pods a while back ago, but I get the cheap kind because I'm cheap. I believe the kind I get are Gain pods, but those are green and white. So if you don't like the blue because it reminds you of those commercials, switch it up. Maybe that's all I can really say about that. Or you can go old school. Where I'm from in the Philippines, they used to hand wash stuff. I have zero memories of being in the Philippines and using a washing machine or dryer. Zero memories. All I remember is family members would hand wash the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like outside hand wash with I think they used Tide powder back then. And then, they would wash it, rinse it, wash it, rinse it, and then hang it out to dry on the clotheslines. You could try that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like blue laundry detergent because it reminds you of sanitary napkin commercials showing you how much blood would not come out or something. Like I said, not qualified to talk about that because I'm not qualified to talk about that. All right, next up, I got another one here. Let's see. Here we go.
So, I just want to know, where the gnomes at?
Where the gnomes at?
And gnomes have rights too. Also, fuck Dana. Fuck Dana. Hashtag fuck Dana. Okay, bye.
Okay, where the gnomes at? Listen, gnomes are everywhere. You just can't see them. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? They let you know. They let you know when they want to be seen. That's kind of how that works. You have no control over that. You can't conjure gnomes up and be like, show yourself, gnome. And yes, I agree. Gnomes have rights too. And this is kind of a callback from the first episode where Linda from Flushing, Queens, New York was informing me that she is a gnome advocate, ally, and as am I. And that's what gnomes have rights too. And then there y'all go. I believe this is two people on the phone, and they said hashtag fuck Dana. That's also a callback from my first episode. Listen, yes, Dana broke my heart because she chose my friend Bradley James Miller Martin, whatever his name was, over me because he could do the worm and I could not. And I listen, that's her right to choose somebody. I'll give you this. My friend Elle and I were talking about this. She knows what she wants in life, and she went for it. And if that might be to be with the popular kid who can do the worm, because at one point I was a popular kid because I was, I beat the one dude in the dance battle. You know what I'm saying? She knows what she wants. So more power to her. You don't got to drag old poor Dana's name through the mud because she broke my heart. You don't got to do that. Hashtag fuck Dana. Dana, if you're out there, we're cool. We were also 10. So it's all good. Let me say this. Because I didn't actually update you guys. Years ago, back when MySpace was a thing, I actually reached out to Dana. I found her on the internets, on a MySpace, and I told her the story, and she had a good laugh, but she didn't remember it as vividly as I did because she wasn't the one who got her heart broken, bruh. But it's okay. It was a long time ago. I was 10 or 11, 10 years old. But I'm just letting bygones be bygones. I can't be, mulling over 10-year-old heartbreaks. It's okay. Don't fuck Dana. She was 10 and she knew what she wanted. More power to her. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. I have no idea what I'm doing, like I said. And if you like the show, I appreciate it. I love you guys for even listening, watching, whatever. If you have anything you want to tell me, like I said, holler at me on Instagram or Twitter at Gnome Tomebaht. Click on or go to gnometomebaht.com. Click on the contact link. There's a form there you can fill out. You put your name, your email address. Let me know what's on your mind, or you can call me up and leave me a voicemail message at 210-369-8720 on the hot box, 210-369-8720. And that is going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you again for listening, and I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit later on.